Welcome to the Canva Classroom, everybody. It is Wednesday, and today's tutorial is brought to you by way of a subscriber request. On October 27th, I shared this video talking about 5 ways Canva Pro gives you more time, which showcased the video that I premiered on October 27th. Simply Simple Org requested, can you please consider doing a YouTube tutorial on how this post was created? It is my pleasure to create that tutorial for Simply Simple Org. Thank you so much for your comment on the Instagram page, and let's learn the tips and tricks that make this easy. The very first tip I have for you is to create a folder for your social media shares. I know that you have Canva Pro, that is why I'm recommending this. I created this so that I would have all of my designs in one space, and I even created a template for my social media shares that use the 1-to-1 ratio. For example, this is the one that I've created for one type of social media share. And this is another one that I've created. I will probably create a few more, but this way I'm able to use it in my design. And when I go to the design, I can pull images straight from the images within this folder. It makes it really easy and simple to use. That's tip number 1. If I hover over this one, which is a 1500 by 1500, 3 dots appear. I click on it and I can move it to a folder. I type at the top, social media shares, there it is. But here's the thing, it won't disappear from all of your designs. It will stay there, which is great. For the video that you were asking about, I used a custom size. I used 1500 by 1500. Create a new design. Now that your project is open, one thing you will notice is that there will be a timeline here. This is great. I call it a timeline, but these are your pages. If it looks like this, then there is a very tiny arrow at the bottom. When you hover over it, it says Show Pages. Click on it and it will appear. This is where my folder comes in handy because I can click Social Media and click my image, which I clicked it more than once, and right click and set images background. So my recommendation, tip number 2, is to create something that you are going to use frequently as your background that you don't have to reimagine every time you upload for Instagram. So for me now, what I would do is duplicate it. 3 dots, duplicate. Or you can click on it down here at the bottom and Control D and it will duplicate it. I think it's Command D if you're on a Mac. There is a zoom button here. So if you need to, you can zoom. However, it only zooms this main part and it does not zoom the bottom pages here for you. The other thing that might help you is by looking at the grid view like this so that you can see them all. You can control and use your mouse wheel to make your images larger. And of course, I would make sure things are lined up right, which I have a tutorial on text alignment and everything you need about text. If you're interested in that, check out the info card. When you click on the page down here, if you hover over the 3 dots, there is Add a Page, Duplicate, Add Transition. This is how I created that video. I clicked Add a Transition, and then I clicked Slide, and I left it at a duration of 0.5 with a left slide. But there are so many different transitions that you can do, such as dissolve, circle wipe, and line wipe. And you can change the directions of things too. And then of course, you would want to do something, some sort of call to action for your Instagram page or for your YouTube channel or whatever it is. And one thing I recommend is if you know, then you know, but play around with the timing. So here I've clicked this and a 5-second pops up. So you can adjust your timing from 0.1 second all the way up to 30 seconds. And the best bet is to figure out your timing first before you duplicate your pages, because now this one's at 5 seconds. I have to manually change that to 4 seconds and then click on it so that it changes. And then I need to do the same thing here, and of course here, and finally here. And then I've got a 19-second clip. Let's play it. And it slides for me. Do you see? From right to left, try transitions. What I want to do is add an audio recording. So I'll show you what I mean about that in a second. But you can upload media, so you can upload your own audio file. Now, one thing I don't think that they have yet, there is a record yourself button. By the way, I am using this right now. So everything that you see in terms of the basic thing here, all this Canva stuff, I'm recording in Canva. From what I can tell, there's no way to just extract the audio from it. So I couldn't just speak about what's happening on the screen and just use the audio portion. Maybe that's something that they're working on, because that would be great if I could click on one and go, it's easier than ever in Canva. Wouldn't that be great if I could just record the audio? Let's talk a couple more final points. I struggle with connecting Canva to social media and messaging apps. That is not something I do well. So I thought I would share with you the help information. You just need to search for share on social media and messaging apps in the help button, which is a tiny little question mark on the bottom right-hand corner. And it will tell you all of the information that you need. And why did I choose video format? I'll show you. If I click on these 3 dots, there is a share. In order to share on the computer, you have to be connected to Instagram Business. I think if it's a personal account, you have to use the Canva mobile app. I chose an MP4 instead of a JPEG because you can't post from Canva at this time into Instagram more than 1 page. So all of them were 5 seconds, except for the first one. I wanted to give it a little more time to sit there before it kind of swiped over. I'm going to leave Canva for a minute and go to Instagram. I want to show you something right here. Post. You can actually create posts and videos straight from your computer now. I'm going to test this. I do not want to actually post it, but I'm just going to, I'm going to do this real quick and see if it actually goes up there before I remove it. It's thinking. Can you see it thinking? You can. I'm going to X out of that, and I'm going to go to my profile and see if it actually posted. It did. Look at that. So that's something that you need to know, is that you can drag photos and videos here from your computer. And that's a game changer. I am so glad about that. Back to Canva. 1,500 by 1500 are the numbers that I chose. You can do 1080 by 1080, and I think there's even another number that's like 1080 by 1350. I've just not played around with that number. What's next time? Oh, setting up Canva for thumbnails. I'm going to go into this file, which says TCC thumbnails. Use this for current thumbnails. How I create very fast thumbnails like this. So I'm not using this for that. I did create this in that tutorial. All right, that's all I have for you today. If you like this tutorial and want to see more like it, then be sure to give it a big fat thumbs up. And I do take viewer requests. Be sure to leave a comment below, and thank you so much for learning with me. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.